Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrible Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. And I'm always glad when our set gets incredibly more beautiful. They make a lot more hair, a whole lot better looking. And so, ladies, thank you for improving the quality of the set as we have some representatives here celebrating 50 years of junior auxiliary.
Right.
We have Ms. Katie Porche, JA of Houma president. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you
I appreciate that. Ms. Felicia Wiltz, JA of Houma vice president. And thanks for changing your name. We appreciate it.
Not a problem.
And sitting next to her, Ms. Brandy Petrie, JA of Houma Public Relations Chair. So thanks for joining us. So Katie, let's start with you. I always want people to kind of get to know the passion that you have for JA and what it means to you, how long you've been in there, and your progression here to presidency.
Sure. So this is my 5th year in JA.
Right.
And I started out just as a member, and then I moved to the board, and then just now this year will be president, which is very exciting. To be president within our 50th year is something really special, I think.
Yeah, isn't that cool, right? I like that. Probably all part of your plan. Are you one of those planning people?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
The girls are behind you going, oh, yeah, she is. But that's a really good thing. We all have to have our goals, and being a part of JA, which is so wonderful, is we're going to give a bit of an overview about that a little bit later. Felicia, how about you?
I've been in JA for 3 years. This will be my 3rd year as an active member.
Right.
I was public relations assistant chair last year, so then I moved up to vice president. So next year I will follow in Katie's footsteps and be the president.
I like it. Again, that very planned, organizational tool. But that's one of the things that makes these service organizations so good, about people with good planning skills who volunteer their time, to join and very quickly become a chair, then become from chair to vice president, and then president. The stepping stone method there, which we appreciate. And so, Ms. Brandy, how about you?
So Felicia and I are in the same class, so I've been an active member for 3 years also. Last year I was the assistant membership chair, and then this year I moved into PR.
I love it. We got the best of the group here, Chair, and that's really good. And so, Katie, tell us a little bit about. I know you mentioned that this is your year of presidency here in the 50th year of celebrating. That's so very cool. Tell us a little bit about some of the history and overview.
So in 1973, we had a group of ladies who came together and wanted to create a local chapter of a service organization. They said, hey, we want to do something. We really want to give back to the community. And it's a lot of names that we know and still know today. And that's ladies like Glennie Lee Buque, Lynn Sonata, Mary Aycock, and the list goes on. And those are probably very familiar to a lot of people. They are still pillars of our community today. And it is just such an honor to follow in their footsteps.
Well, it's really interesting because I know or have known most of those women.
Correct.
And they're incredible leaders.
Absolutely.
In our area, and have been incredible leaders in our area. And the last names of a lot of these ladies have very huge impacts in our community from both their family, but also for themselves.
Absolutely.
Especially at a time some 50 years ago when everything was so much more patriarchal, we have this women's organization that says, you know what? We're the women in the community and we're going to step up, we're going to help. And the fact that you guys spend so much time and energy helping others and helping women and children, it's just really cool.
Absolutely. Right? And I tell you, one of my favorite things in doing some research on the 50th celebration and things like that was, our starting documents and our charter and things like that. They all say Mrs. husband's name, last name. And so we were laughing, wow, how the times have changed since then.
Right. Since we didn't have to introduce any of your husbands.
That's right. That's right.
To define ourselves.
Exactly. And so when we were, making all the graphics and the things that we wanted to put in our exhibit, we said, no, we're going to put the women's names. We're going to put their name first.
Right. And so a bit of just an overview, Felicia, if you don't mind, kind of tell us some really good things going on right now, right?
So over the past 50 years, we've had approximately 530 members that have been part of JA. With that, we've had the opportunity to do over 150 different service projects to really give back to the community. And currently we have 51 active members that are continuing that legacy.
I love it. And we know that you guys have been involved in our membership representative, our chair from last year, right? A part of that, right? Making sure that we're asking and getting new members and people that are much like yourselves and much like these founders, like Miss Glennie Lee, right? Who was the first president? Is that right?
Yes, she was our first president.
First president. And it was chartered in 73, which is so very cool. But following that lead about finding more people to kind of get involved and do those things. And y'all are having your celebration reception, right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So on this Saturday, June 3rd, we are opening a temporary library exhibit at the Terrebonne Parish Main Library. It'll be up until the end of July.
That's awesome. It'll be 2 months. That's fantastic.
And so it has a lot of our history, a lot of photos, a lot of memorabilia throughout the years.
Right.
But we're kind of unveiling it this Saturday with a reception. And it's open to the public, but we especially want any past member or current associate or life member or anyone who has been impacted by JA, you know, or our partner organizations. We would love for everyone to come and enjoy it with us. We'll have some speakers. Terrebonne Parish President Gordon Dove, Miss Glennie Lee Buquet, our first president, as well as her daughter, Andre Casey, who is our 25th president, which I think is just so special.
Awesome. Yes.
And really awesome.
Talking about planning things out. Right?
Yeah. And it's, again, it's free and it's open to the public. We'll have refreshments. And it's just a fun day from 1 to 3 p.m.
1 to 3 o'clock, receptions, main library right here, downtown Houma.
That's right.
Celebrating that 50-year celebration.
That's right.
And interestingly enough, as we're going to kind of go to a break here, and thank y'all for sticking around, which we appreciate. We want people, and maybe if some of these members or founding members aren't still alive, we want their family members to come, right?
Absolutely.
And enjoy that and see that.
Absolutely. See their legacy and progress.
The number of things that y'all get a chance to be a part of and it's bringing so much joy to people in our community. Santa Sneakers, one of those. Y'all give hundreds of pairs of shoes to local kids in need, and that's been for more than 30 years. Yep. That's a long-standing program. Tell me a little bit about Santa Sneakers and how cool that is.
So Santa Sneakers, like you said, has been going on for 30 years. Every year we work with different schools and agencies to find children and families in need that could use a pair of shoes for Christmas. And so we will get their shoe sizes. We will go do the shopping. We will do the wrapping. We will do all those fun things.
Oh, my goodness.
And we have a little party where the families can come and enjoy a little bit of Christmas magic, which is my favorite part of Santa Sneakers. We have Santa there, Mrs. Claus. We're all little elves. And they get their gift of shoes. And so we, over the past couple of years, have been able to give out hundreds every year, hundreds of pairs of shoes. And so that is thanks to, the community support and all of that. And it's a beautiful event.
I like it. I like it. So Crew of You, Brandy, this one's that Mardi Gras event for kids with special needs. That one's got to be really cool.
It really is. So we, as a group, decorate these little wagons.
Right.
The kids do like a reverse Mardi Gras where the kids ride in the wagons, they throw us the beads.
I love it.
Yeah. So they really love it. They have a great time. We had arts and crafts for them, costume dress up, games, do a lunch and everything. They get to just spend some time in a quieter environment,
right,
where there's not so much activity and so much overstimulation.
Yeah, a really good point. For those people that don't know, those people that have some of those other abilities, very often the noises really makes a big deal to them. So we have to kind of temper a lot of those different sounds and just too much stimuli is not a good thing. And so that's really, really cool. And so the McDonald's kids count, and Kevin's a good friend of mine. So I spend a lot of time, and I'm special. That's a special program to me. But y'all get to spend quality time with the children at the McDonald Children's Home, right? Felicia, tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we recently started. We've always visited with the boys, but we recently started within, I think, the past year. We go and have a monthly dinner with them.
Oh, my.
So we usually bring them a home-cooked meal. We sit down, we have really good conversations with them and just kind of show them that there's other people out there that support them. We listen to what they want to do with their lives and just show them some extra love.
Well, and it's really, really interesting to be able to be a part of that group. I got to tell you, just getting involved with them, you make presumptions sometimes, right, about what that may be like, and if you listen to that from the movies or, you get a very distorted view. There are some really intelligent, really fun-loving kids there.
Some very competitive kids.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So playing some games with them, you realize how competitive they can be as well.
Uno is the current favorite. So
Okay.
as soon as we show up, they're like, "Where's the Uno cards
my.
at?"
Wow,
So
blast from the past, right? Uno's been around a long time. Resurrected for that. That's great. But again, a home cooked meal, that's one of those things that I think overall, from a family standpoint, that may be the one thing that we talk about traditional family and family values, home cooked meal, sitting around a table, talking about what's important to you. That's got to be awfully special.
And what I love about that project is not only are they getting a home cooked meal, but they're learning manners at the dinner table. They're learning how to have conversation and hold conversation with women, even,
Right. Adult
and
women,
adult
right?
women, adults and women, and how to treat them with respect. And I think that's something that's hard to teach, but it comes naturally when you're doing it in such a relaxed environment.
Yeah. And they have such good program development there at McDonald's. It's great that you can be a part of that.
Absolutely.
Kind of add that to it. And so just some really neat things. So Santa Sneakers giving hundreds of pairs of shoes to local kids. And I love the fact that y'all let kind of the schools kind of help figure out who are those people that
Absolutely.
need. That's a great partnership.
Yes.
Because we're not just spending or wasting money, if you will, thinking about
right.
something that do or don't need
And
it.
they truly know. Our guidance counselors know, those families that could use it, but also would really appreciate it and would put it to use and all those things. So it's a wonderful partnership.
And I like the fact that your favorite part of that, Katie, President, the 50th year, is about being able to see that, and I'll define it your way, Christmas magic.
Yep.
Giving families something, especially in these last 3 years that have made things so very, very difficult, 4 years, that now giving them something that they can really feel is special, and it's something for those kids, and it's something from the parents.
That's
you know?
right.
And you're kind of giving a gift for someone who can give a gift.
That's right.
And that's just really, really
And we
special.
never say it's from Junior Auxiliary. It's to enjoy together with your family, and the mom or dad will come get the gift and hand it to the kid, and that's, I think, really special too.
Wow. And again, that's reuniting families. Same thing with McDonald's kids. You're reuniting families. You're helping them understand what family is about and kind of teaching them how to do that in their own life and showing them possibility. Crew of You, for me, I've worked with Special Olympians my whole life, and just being able to see and be a part of that. And the fact that y'all have a program that does that, the Crew of You, and it celebrates them, right? It's a crew for
It's
you.
for you. It's
It is-
exactly
yeah,
right. That's it. That's
and
the
I love
name.
that idea. So thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. JA has been doing this for 50 years. Y'all have been doing it for 3 and 5 years. And y'all have been able to really celebrate some wonderful events over the years. And so we're just going to let Jason roll through some of these pictures
Okay.
and just let y'all comment some. These are some of the things y'all have done over time in our community. What's this one?
So this looks like school for exceptional children with the
wow.
parish. And so we would go and do parties and events with those students.
Wow. Hot dogs, chili, and chili Fritos. I like it. Very cool. And again, so much fun. So about this one.
So I think this is hurricane relief, right?
think so.
Felicia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so when we have hurricanes here, or even hurricanes that affect, or tornadoes, or whatever it may be that may affect our other JA sisters across 8 states that we have, we've also come to that call
Right.
to be helpful there. And then in the wake of Hurricane Ida, of course, we helped with a distribution center, and we collected supplies, and we did some things with schools to get supplies to children as well.
I love it. I love it. Very good. Jay, roll this next one if you don't mind.
So this is the Christmas festival a couple of years back, where we volunteered to do some children's activities.
And again, JA is so very dedicated to women and children.
Absolutely.
It's really the mission statement that y'all have about dedicating yourselves to the needs of women and children in our area. And it's just so very nice that y'all do that in so many different arenas all year long.
That's right.
You know, it's not just some sort of just a timing of when these events come up, although we have one big one coming up. We're going to talk about that one, Charlie. Roll through those some more, Jay, if you don't mind, as we see additional things. This one, Felicia?
So this was one of our Santa sneakers. So
Okay.
this is
Wow.
after or before probably we started handing out all of the shoes to all of the kids that were going to get them that year.
Well, and to me, that's just so wonderful because these are all the people that are volunteering. These are
Yes.
all
Yes.
your
Correct.
support persons.
These are all
Including
members.
Santa.
That's a
Including
lot.
Santa.
Well, I didn't feel like we needed to mention it. But of course, Santa
big
doing
part.
his job. But again, that's such a large number of people. For 51 members, that's probably every single one of your members.
It takes all of us.
Yes.
It does.
And we know it takes a village, right?
Yes.
And so we won't say what the names of each of the people that
Oh,
are
no.
there as well. Go ahead, Jay. We'll go look at the next one if you don't mind.
So this one is from the early 2000s.
Yep.
We hosted a banquet for the Terrebonne Foundation for Academic Excellence.
Right.
They are Teachers of the Year
Oh,
banquet.
love it.
And so we provided food and cooked for them to honor those teachers.
Terrific program, terrific to be able to honor our teachers who are doing so much for the children, right? And I got a
Absolutely.
feeling a lot of the teachers become JA members.
We got a few come through,
I
yes.
had a feeling. And again, this is early on. I know a number of those people. They're a little closer to my age than yours.
So this, I love this because this is again at SEC.
Right.
Junior Auxiliary revamped and repainted their library.
Oh, wow.
And it was a under the sea theme, and so
Under
it
the
was
sea.
yeah, and so it was a Little Mermaid theme.
Right.
And so they really spruced up the library for the children.
Well, I see Philip Martin there.
Yeah, that was our ribbon cutting.
So very nice. And what an exciting time.
And so this is Lewis Children's Crisis Center. That was a partner of ours for many, many years to
Sister
do our
Rosario.
child welfare work with. This is Sister Rosario,
Right.
of course. And one of our members, we were hosting a pizza party for the children.
Yeah, and speaking of one of your new projects that y'all excited about this year, I know it was Project Lucy.
Yes.
Speaking of Sister Rosario, right?
Absolutely, yes. So Project Lucy, we once the school year starts, we're going to be going into the classroom for the little ones, providing them with a birthday gift, the month of their birthday, cake, sing them happy birthday, have a little
Wow.
birthday party with them, get them a little pair of pajamas as a gift. So I am really excited about that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun because I've been to St. Lucy's before and they are just full of energy.
They
and
just
it's,
are, right.
it's going to be
You gotta match their energy,
It's going to
right?
be great. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And so let's talk about the other new program, PSA.
So PSA, and Felicia can talk about it as well.
Right.
I am excited for this one as well. This one is going to be providing hygiene products and uplifting cards and messages for middle school girls. And we are just getting started with that. And I don't know if you want to add to.
So we're still trying to figure out exactly what that project's going to look like.
Okay.
But our goal of the project is to just make sure that all the girls in middle school, they have the opportunity to feel like everything's normal and they can stay in school.
That's
is
right.
the end goal. We don't want them to
Without being
feel
embarrassed,
Right.
you know,
Correct.
if you have an
Normalize
accident or
that-
Normalize. that
absolutely. You know,
progression
some don't
to
have
womanhood.
parents who can quickly come and bring them a change of clothes, and so we're looking at, we're really taking the summer to survey kind of what those needs are, what exactly is needed, gather items, you know, if it's uniforms or supplies or whatever that may be, and provide that to the schools for them.
I like it. I like it. And so the big fundraiser coming up, let's just talk about it, Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. So Dance of the Stars is going to be August 19th this year.
Right.
The tickets are on sale, and this is our one big fundraiser. So all the money that we get from this one event helps us do all of these other service projects and allows us to continue to give back to the community.
So Jay put that up there. Thank you very much. Again, you can go to jaofhoma.com/Dancing with the Stars, DWTS, to get more information, to get your tickets. And you certainly want to be a part of that and make donations. And so what you've seen over the course of this show is all of these women who have done such wonderful things for our community and over the years. So congratulations on 50 years. Thank you so much for your dedication over the last 3 and 5 years to the women and children in our community. And we want to encourage people to go out and be a part of Dancing with the Stars. That's something to be exciting. We want y'all to raise a lot of money, more money this year than ever.
That's right.
All right. So that's a shout out to everybody at home. You want to go to that website and be able to donate and find a way to help them. Thank y'all for joining us
Thank you.
today. And that will do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.